Welcome. In this explainer, we're going to architect a complete end-to-end automation system for MEP. That's mechanical, electrical, and plumbing construction projects. Think of this as a developer's guide, taking you all the way from raw IFC files in chaotic site communications to a live Power BI command center that gives you real-time project intelligence.
Okay, let's dive right in. If you've ever been the developer tasked with connecting all the messy pieces of a construction project, the BIM models, the endless stream of emails, the critical site reports, and turning them into one single intelligent system, well, you are in the right place. Let's map out exactly how we're going to do it.
So here's the plan. First, we'll look at the high-level blueprint of our system. Then, we'll get our hands dirty preparing the technical environment. After that, we'll build the automation engine itself and put it to the test with a really critical process, handling non-conformance reports. And finally, we'll bring it all to life by visualizing the data in a powerful command center.
Okay, first things first. Let's get that bird's-eye view of how information is going to flow through the system we're about to build. Understanding this big picture is absolutely key.
The beauty of this architecture is just how simple it is. We take all the unstructured stuff from the field, BIM models, emails, even WhatsApp messages. Then we use a processing engine like N8N or Make to actually parse and structure all that data. From there, it all gets stored in a clean SQL database, our single source of truth. And finally, we connect that database to Power BI to create our live dashboard. It's a simple four-step journey from total data chaos to development clarity.
All right. Let's get practical. Time for the first real step, setting up our environment. For any developer, this is ground zero. It means building the database and setting up all the points where data will come in. This is the foundation for our entire system.
The heart of our entire system is a robust SQL database. Forget messy spreadsheets. We need a structured, reliable home for our data. And we'll start by defining the schema for all project communications, which is really the lifeblood of any construction project. And just look at this table. It seems simple, but it is incredibly powerful. We're capturing not just the content, but who sent it, what channel they used, and most importantly, we have these programmable fields like type, tag, and status. Our automation logic is going to populate those later on. This schema right here is the key to everything that follows. So, with our database schema defined, we now need to funnel all the project data into it. A modern construction site is a chaos of communication: email, messaging apps, phone calls, formal documents. Our system needs to be a universal listener.
So, how do we do that? We'll use an automation platform like NNN as our universal connector. We'll set up an IMAP node to read emails, a Twilio integration for WhatsApp messages and even transcribed phone calls, and webhooks for document platforms like SharePoint. This makes sure that every single instruction, drawing, or report gets captured, no matter where it came from.
Okay, foundation is laid. Now for the fun part. Let's build the core logic, the automated workflows that are going to process all this incoming data without any human needing to touch it.
Our very first workflow is simple, but it's absolutely vital. Ingest and acknowledge. The second a new communication arrives from any of our connected channels, the workflow triggers. It immediately logs the raw data into our project_communications table. And then, this is the crucial part, it replies back to the sender with a unique reference ID.
And that automatic reply, it's a total game changer. It gives instant confirmation to stakeholders, whether it's the project owner or a subcontractor. It tells them, we've got it. Your request is in the system and it is being tracked. This builds an incredible amount of trust and efficiency.
Now this is where we get really smart. A second workflow triggers every single time a new record is created in our database. It takes the content of that message, sends it to a large language model like ChatGPT, and just asks it to classify the intent. Is this a request for information, a non-conformance report, a safety observation? The AI's response is then used to automatically update that type tag in our database. This saves project coordinators hours of manual sorting every single day.
Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this actually works in a real-world scenario. We're going to trace the complete automated lifecycle of a non-conformance report, or NCR, a critical quality control process on any construction site.
Just look at this timeline. It shows a complete closed-loop process that's managed entirely by our system. An email comes in, our AI tags it as an NCR, and the system creates a ticket, automatically notifying the right contractor. When they reply with proof of the fix, the system pings the QA/QC engineer for verification.
Once they approve it, the ticket closes, and the status updates live in our dashboard. Zero manual follow-ups, zero chasing emails. It just works.
All right, time for the final piece of the puzzle. Let's connect our clean, beautifully structured SQL data to Power BI and build the live command center for the project management team.
You see, because our data is so well structured, we can finally move beyond those static, outdated reports. We can now track live, meaningful KPIs. We can see exactly how many quality issues are open, which documents are stuck in approval, and how our actual progress compares to the plan right now.
And this is the power of visualization right here. A simple chart like this, pulling live data from our NCR workflow, instantly flags performance bottlenecks. We can see immediately that contractor C is taking nearly 12 days on average to close their issues. This isn't about blame, it's about data-driven management. Now the project manager knows exactly where to focus their support. So, the key takeaway here is pretty profound. We haven't just built another dashboard that shows what happened last week. By automating the data flow directly from the source, we've created a live, breathing control system for the entire MEP project. It's a true digital command center, not just a reporting tool.
So we've just walked through the complete blueprint for a really powerful construction automation system. The framework is adaptable and the potential is huge. The real question for you, the developer, is this: what critical process will you automate first? Is it quality control, document management, safety reporting? Thinking about that first step is how you begin to truly transform project management with code.